People look at you strange saying you changed, like you worked that hard to stay the same. Like you're doing all this for a reason.
Welcome to another episode of Boxes in the Basement. This is episode 102 or maybe 103. So with that being said, it got here sooner than later. This is the Li-Ning JB1, Jimmy Butler 1. The reason why I chose this colorway in particular is because of the price point. It was about $140. Some of them can get up to $200, $240. So for my first try at this, and you know how the sizing goes, I just wanted to get a cheaper shoe. This way I wouldn't spend too much and it not speak to all of the points of emphasis that I like. I wanted to also do a review on this one because it's hard to do the YouTube shorts within 60 seconds of all the pieces I'm about to get into as well. I'm gonna start with the inside of the shoe and then we'll go from the bottom. So the inside of the shoe, it does have a drop-in midsole. And as of right now, I'm kind of like 50-50 with the drop-in midsoles. It started with the Kobe line, I believe, but this drop-in midsole, and I'm gonna put a video in here right now, it was squeaking. My theory is it needs breaking time. I watched some videos on it and it spoke to the squeaking noise. But if you're in the gym and you're playing, basketball's bouncing, people shouting, you know, just getting some wrecking, put some working on a basketball court, it may not bother you that much. But if you're somebody like me, have it in mind, so it'll be in my ear. I didn't want to do that. This drop-in midsole does have the material. And this is the Way of Wade 808. I did a sneaker review on some time ago. It does have the drop-in midsole, but it doesn't have the material. This one is a little harder to put on. It bunches up your sock, but this one actually didn't give as much squeak as this insert in this shoe. My theory is the boom technology inside of the shoe was squeaking, and that right there bothered me. But as I put this insert in and it didn't make that noise, it said two things. One, it needed a different insert, but then when I put this back in here, the squeaking was minimal. And it tells me it needs a little bit more breaking time. Let me just go to the traditional inserts. And what happens is when they put the glue or the adhesive inside of the shoe and the insert on top, the foot heats up, this adheres to the shoe and it bonds to the shoe. And then when your foot is in there, your foot is like a part of the shoe, which I kind of like that better than the drop-in midsoles in my opinion. Whereas in the drop-in midsole, when you put that in the shoe, it's kind of floating because there's no adhesive to stick from the insert to the shoe. So your foot is just floating on top of the shoe, so to speak, and it's not in one with the shoe, if you can catch my drift. The sole is kind of like the Under Armour Curry, where this is not rubber. This is actually that polymer, that foam material. You can see in the high wear area how that's kind of burning through. So I would recommend these outdoors. Like I said, it does have that foam insole, right? And if you take the insert out, you'll see right through the shoe, is what I was saying. So it gives you court feel. Take the insert out, it's about that much material literally from your foot to the floor, which would give you great court feel, but with that thick insert and with that right there is going to lift your foot higher off the floor. So it would take away from the court feel to a degree. So that's why I said I favor the regular inserts over drop-in insoles, but they both have their perks. It all depends on your preference. All right, this is the boom insole. And then the uppers, you can do further research to get in on the intricate details. But with this one, I do like how they used two animals. It was a shark and an alligator to create this, as well as the lungs or gills of a car, that front bumper air holes, and allows for your foot to breathe. So they got that concept from there. Plastic is malleable, so it's not too hard to where it would hurt your toe. It gives that toe drag protection. And then I got this shoe for two things. One, because of the price point. Like I said, it was $140. And some of them get to $200, $240. So I didn't want to spend an extra $100 on something coming from another country that may not fit as well. But these I did get because it showed some of the details a little bit better than the other ones. And I see this a little bit better as that internal colorway matches the outside. And it's not a hard plastic. It's just the way that they dyed the material. Then it has that toe drag area, and then this protrudes up on the side. There's a Li-Ning logo. This is a low top, but it does have ankle guard protection. As you can see, the extra padding on these two bars right here. And then it does have the Achilles protection, which can absorb contact, and it gives you that compression too. That gives you the comfortability. All right, it has an external TPU plate on the back. As you can see, the colors are the same, but the material is different. So the eyelets are traditional, but it does have these wings right here, as you can see. And you wouldn't be able to see them other colorways, but you can see that kind of locks the shoe down on the upper. This is the next episode of Boxes in the Basement. Thank you for taking the time. Take care.